Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Trashy Treasures. If you're new here, thank you for stopping in. What I'm gonna do today is make some scrappy snippet strips and show you how I collage to give you maybe some inspiration. These are a bunch that I've made over the last month or two. I'm kind of obsessed with them. I'll show you my system so I can get, a decent amount done without feeling like I have to go through everything in my house, which for someone like me, that's very tempting, because I want everything all in front of me, but it's not doable. So here's a bunch that I've made. Some I've sewn. So some I've sewn. I'll do a video on sewing them if you guys would like. Please let me know in the comments. Here's a sewn one. It's another one. And here's one. Still, I left the strings on some because I think I do gift a lot of these. And some people like the string for an effect in their journal. Here's just with some vintage postage stamps. This one's actually sewn to a piece of ribbon. So it's got some flexibility. So there's a bunch. Oh, and I've also made some minis. These are great for ephemera. So I'm gonna kind of show you my method of madness. Get these, I'm gonna have to move these out of my way. Supplies I use art glitter glue. The reason I use this glue is because it has a really strong hold and it dries very quickly. You can use any glue you prefer, but this is the one that I use. I cut up some about 1-inch strips of a little heavier cardstock, and then these are just upcycled file folder pieces. Scissors. Optional stuff would be distress oxides, because sometimes you'll see as I decorate some of these, I might add some to the border, but you don't have to do that. And then, so let's get my other pile. I got piles everywhere. I get a bin. This is kind of an ongoing bin. The papers that I pick for doing these kind of collages, I always grab some vintage book pages, a little bit of ledger sheet, some random junky old vintage paper, some dyed paper. Then the rest in here is just bits, like scraps of paper from all different stuff. So I just have these papers. We'll start with those. And then I also get out some bits and bobs, so some floral pieces or these little flowers. And these are papers, so if I was gonna make one that was in theme, I was gonna show you how I do just random ones, and then I also can do a theme one. This would be a floral botanical theme. So I just gather papers from around my house. This one I might start with. This is a black and white theme. So I just grab some papers and pieces that would go with a black and white theme. And then they can also just be no theme and just random stuff. I do have a bin here. These are sewn ruffles. I can do a video on these sometime. Not ruffles, I'm sorry, collages. So it's a whole roll. I just keep adding as I sew. So there's that one. I do have a vintage one. Let's see. Oops, I'm caught on the thread. Sometimes actually a lot of times I do them in theme, but you don't have to. So this one is a vintage theme, and I just sewed along. Is it upside down? That looks like it could be because of that picture. All right, so these are a lot of fun to make. The uses for them are endless. Some of the top uses I use them for, I do have my journal here. You can use them as a page border. So this is a stamped one. I have another one in here somewhere that's a page border. Let's see if I can find it quick. This one I put as a page border. You can also cut them up which I have an example in here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, so you can cut them up little and have it just be a tuck. Here's another example that's just scrapped paper, collaged, and then, yep. Okay. You can send them in Happy Mail. They're kind of endless. I mean, I like just having them because then if I'm doing a theme swap, say it's vintage, I can just cut a snip off and send it to somebody or use it like I just said in my journal. So the other stuff that I have nearby, oh, sorry. Let me show you this one. I love this one. This one is, I just took stamps and glued them down. These are authentic vintage stamps and then sewed on the borders, both sides. Okay. So then the other thing in my bins I have out are, these are numbers and words. So I just collect them over time. I've hand stamped tons of these. People send me some. So I keep those available. And then this bin is what I really call my bits and bobs bin, even though I have multiple bits and bobs. This bin has just bits and bobs, stamps, words, tickets. This is fussy cut butterflies that I've made copies of a really awesome book I have, and then I just cut them out. So, and then here's some stamps. I don't know exactly what's in this one. Let's look. I guess it's just more bits and bobs. Oh, some already torn papers. Let's take those out. Okay, so those are already torn. All right, so I will put I have to put this to my side for now because I don't have enough space. Clean up here. All right, so I usually just start with one slice of paper. Let's see if you can see the top of I might have to move down. And then let's see, how about I do black and white first? Yep, let's do black and white. Gotta get my glue started here. So I usually start with just, I tear paper as I go. I tear all the corners. I think I'll just kind of let you watch as I move along. Unless I can think of something profound, but I generally go down it with papers before I add any detail. And I love this glue. I think I put too much on there, but. And I just overlap the papers messily, trying to get stuck to my table. I usually just use a little bit of book page. I like script writing. I don't like that piece. All right, so let's do. So I don't have to use this much glue. I just kind of am for some reason because I do generally sew down them. But let's see. This is good because it's got some black and white music. So I just picked a bunch of black and white papers and scraps from, my stash. Oops. So, yeah. These are really a lot of fun to make. Very mindless. I know I have lots of black and white photos. I'm sorry if it pains you to watch me use them. I have album after album of them. I had a jackpot at a thrift store. Not a thrift store. Last summer, I was on Marketplace and I was looking up vintage books. And I found this ad that just said books. So I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna go get some vintage books. Turns out that's just how the lady advertised it. It was kind of a private estate sale. So she would let me come. There were very few shoppers. It was not advertised as an estate. So anyways, I would go several times, and this house was packed from top to bottom with old vintage postcards, letters, you name it, that house had it. And I just would shop around and bring bags and fill them up and then offer her a price. suitcases full of stuff, old stuff from people working in the car industry. It was amazing. So I got albums and albums and albums of old photos. I probably couldn't use them in my lifetime, honestly. Lots of old magazines, which I love. Let's see. I would like to add, oops, I'm trying to find some actual. So grab your stuff if you want to sit and do this with me. That would be fun. I'm not going to get into the details, but if you're into this, I am watching a trial right now on TV, and they're on, just became on Verdict Watch. So I thought I would film while I'm waiting for that to go back, for it to come back up, because right now it's like wait time. Kind of like a true crime junkie. I hope that this is all in frame. Let me see. It might be sticking out a little bit. Let me check. I might have to. Oops, sorry guys. I might have to. No, that's not gonna work. All right, should be okay. Okay, what else do we want to put here? How about a little bit more of this? That looks good. So, a little bit about me, since I really haven't said much on this channel. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a hospice nurse. I am not currently working as a hospice nurse, but I was. It's my absolute passion. It's my calling. My dad died unexpectedly last year, 1 year from next month. And I just needed time. I couldn't do hospice for a while, so I was off. I've been off since, I would say, December. I'm ready to go back. I'm definitely ready to go back. Okay, so now I'm gonna start adding my detail. I might add, so if I sew it, I can't really add this detail, so I have to think about that, because this would be too chunky I could nip the edge with my machine, but I think I'm gonna do one of these. We'll see. Now I just go through my bins. Oh, that might have been loud. Just to start adding some detail. And there's really no rhyme or reason. I always like to add numbers and labels because I'm obsessed. Flowers are a big hit too. Oops, doesn't want to stick. So I gotta just leave it alone. Let's see. I don't know if I like those. Let's see, what do I have over here? Let me get this bin out. Let's see what I want to put in there. It's black and white. I might do this guy. Yeah, that would work. If you can see that. Maybe that butterfly to stay in black and white theme. There's this. It's pretty chunky, but it might not be a bad thing to add. It's 13. Let me see. It's fun, like, just going through, looking at. I don't mind this little label, but let me see. This is the fun part, the decorating. And looking through my bin of all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so grab your scraps and let's do this. I can't call it a scrap buster because I create more scraps every single day I craft, so it doesn't bust anything for me. There's a little umbrella. We'll think about that umbrella. Okay. I wish I had a bigger table. All right. Now I'm gonna grab, I would like a number. So let's look through these and see. Oops. Try to grab a black and white one. Journal might not be bad. I just saw one I wanted. That might work. Let's see. Usually, okay, I like that one. So many in here. I did stamp a bunch of these for my new stamps. Oh, let me put out my options here. Letter, 1929. Got lots of options. Special delivery. Okay, that's enough. Let me see here. I'm just going through this black and white bin to see if there's something else I want. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna go with this 13. I think it's too chunky. I don't know. Can't pick this up. All right, I'm gonna put this little number on. My glue is foaming up. I'm gonna put this number right here. And then I'm gonna put this butterfly on there, but it doesn't look like I've inked it. I would like it to be inked a little bit. Just to remove like my cutting kind of marks. Oops. All right. Let's see. Yep, that's where it's going. Put a little on that tail. Let's see. Sometimes I'll glue that tail down from the front because it's just so hard to glue. Like I'll just go like this and then kind of try not to stick to my table there. Okay. Let's see, special delivery, letter. I like letter. I like this. So a lot of these stamps, or these pieces I've stamped. These are just hand stamped on file folder or scrap paper. See how it just like kind of is coming together. So numbers, words, butterflies, and flowers are probably my go-tos, and labels. I wouldn't mind putting another black and white picture on here. I think I'll put her on there. I think I'll ink her. Yeah, I think I got this set of black and whites actually from a neighbor. I posted it on the Nextdoor app, and I think it's where I got it. There's really no moral to that story. I believe that's the one. The way. I don't like this label here. Okay, let's see. So these come together pretty quickly. Just get your pieces out. Wondering if you could also stamp on here. I don't think I have anywhere I could stamp. What about this umbrella? I don't like the umbrella. All right, there's another small black and white. I could put maybe like that. You don't have to have black and white photos for this. This is just an idea I came up with today just to add some extra black and white stuff. Put it like that. It's kind of showing, yeah. Yeah, I need something down at the bottom. What do I want to add? Let me go through this. Believe it or not, this is, oh, a stamp might not look bad. This isn't all my bits and bobs. I have a large container in my craft room. This is just the stuff I keep at my desk near me that I can quickly grab. I'm not seeing something stand out right now that I want though. Oh, here's another black and white. That's too close. What about create? I like that. Okay. Letters, words, butterflies, and flowers. All right. So for this, let me grab this. I could add more, but I think it's where I want it to stay. I think it's good enough. I might gently ink some of these. You could ink before you put them on. I don't always ink them. I might just, here and there ink. But that's not, it's kind of here nor there if they're inked. I don't think it has to be done. But it does look good, doesn't it? Does that look finished, or does it feel like it needs more? I don't know. I mean, I think it's good. Could put this 1929 right there. Yep, I'll do that. Then it'll be done. Okay. Put this like it's the photo. So then, where's my journal? Let me find a page that, so you could put it on the, regardless, or disregard that, you could put it on a page edge, cut it down to like right here, and it'd just be awesome. Okay. So I move that one, put my black and white stuff away. I got these. Let's do a botanical one. I think that would be fun. So I'm just rotating my stashes over here because I need to make space. All right, so put this on the floor. Excuse me. All right, let's find this here. Just want to double check that you can see them in frame. Okay. Put these black and white. So actually these can move their way into the scrap pile. This gets put away. Have to make room for the new stuff. All right. Okay. So for the botanical, I picked out just a bunch of greenish papers, more or less. See how I'm not helping my scrap pile? These are not scrap papers, but I'm going to be adding scrap. Not making scrap, but it's okay. So I'm going to start with the top. Suppose feels like it's upside down. Can't tell. It's okay. Oh, I might Isn't tearing paper so fun? Okay, I do want to add a little bit of vintage book page. Okay. What are you guys working on today? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I'm always looking for inspiration. Let's see. How about this? I guess I have to tear my pieces a little bit bigger to start with, because once I tear them, sometimes I'm on the cusp of them being too small. You know what I mean? To fit this. Let's see. I don't love this piece, but it'll be covered, so. Yep, just stagger away. I think I want, let's see here. I was thinking I wanted, let me look in this pile. This is what I want, because it's still green. Doesn't have to be botanical pattern by any means. Doesn't have to be anything. It can be whatever you're in the mood for. Green, and then let's see here. I don't mind this matte piece because it's green. Yeah. Have you guys ever made these snippet strips or rolls? Let me know. I know when I was searching for videos to make some, I didn't find a ton of videos on, I guess, this type. Saw a lot with fabric and lace, which is totally fine, but I'm just not into that right at the moment. So I was kind of struggling to find this kind. What do you think? Should I put this on there? This stuff all just gets basically covered up, so it's kind of like, eh. Nope, I don't like that. All right, let's see. Let me find something else. Maybe this. Maybe this, we'll see. All right, let's see here. That's fine. I don't like my paper, my pattern paper, most times to be too busy because I add detail. So I use a lot of, like, you know, kind of book page, music, plain. Generally speaking. Oh, they're stuck together. I'll do some tea dyed. Yeah, that looks all right. I think I'm gonna order the pink Distress Oxide today. I know there's lots of variations of it. I forget which one I want, but I like really have been eyeballing the pink Distress Oxide. I know it's a random thought, but I would like to learn more about mixed media. I dabble in it. So I think I'm gonna hit the table. Okay. So I would like to get into maybe some distress inks or sprays. Let me know if you guys use those and what ones you like the best, because I'm very curious about them. I've been watching some of the Tim Holtz videos on YouTube because I'm like, they all look the same on paper, so I'm like, I want to see them in action. Because I like making mixed media backgrounds as papers for whatever. All right, I need one more piece. I think I'll do just this guy again, maybe. And then we'll decorate. That's the fun part. Okay. I don't like how big this one is. Okay. So we've got our foundation. Almost seems like it belongs this way, but... All right, greenery. We'll go back through this. Probably can't see it, but it's hard for me to look here. So I got some things like this. I like doing mushrooms, so maybe I'll do a mushroom on this one. If I'm sewing, I definitely add, get some mushrooms out to see which one I want. What was I gonna say? If I'm sewing, I add bits and bobs such as pieces of lace. Here is an example. This is a piece of just some kind of trim. This is, I made a fabric, or shoot. Can't think of the word. A ribbon ruffle while I was sewing. So yeah, I add more textures and stuff if I'm sewing. Yes, you could definitely do this with Fabri-Tac, which is right here. This is another excellent glue. But I just find it easier just to throw it under the sewing machine if I'm using all those. That's just kind of my style. I like this label. We'll grab some things out of here. This ticket's not bad. I see myself adding some reds. What else? I will almost always add a butterfly. I'll try not to, but I have a feeling I will. Ooh, I like this. This guy. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to using it though. I hoard a lot of stuff that I can't part with. Okay. All right. Let's grab a stamp. I think a stamp would be good on here. A green stamp, or no, can use a contrast. Probably, let's grab a couple red ones. Let's see. So I just grabbed some options. put this back, and then let's see. Now I need, let's see, a couple numbers or letters or words. Let's grab that. I repeat a lot of my numbers, which is whatever. All right, let's see what we got here. Definitely putting a mushroom somewhere on here. I think I'm putting it right there. Oops. This mushroom down here, and then I'll put, oh, there's that. I thought I got another number out, didn't I? Yeah, there it is. Probably put this right here. I'm dropping everything. All right. Butterfly or no butterfly, it's like I feel like I have to do a butterfly, or I can try to keep it more mushroomy. We'll see. We may end up with a butterfly, so I kind of stagger things, like put things cockeyed, you know, just a little wonky. Oh, I like that on there. Yes. And I don't go in order if you can't tell. Down the thing, it might drive you nuts, but not my thing. It's gotta go. The butterfly has to happen. It just does. All right. Make sure you can see it all in there. All right, let's see. I got a stamp. Yeah, I'll put the stamp on that book page. Let's see, do I want to have, that's fine. Stamp. We need something for here. What about, let's see if I can make that work. I don't know. Ticket? Sort of like the ticket. I always like tickets, but I'm not sure it belongs here. I might just make this one kind of mushroomy, even though it's not flowers. The flowers by Tim Holtz that I do have, I don't find them vivid enough. Like, I feel like they need, let me get some. I just don't, like, I mean, I could use it. Okay, I could use it. It's just not vivid to me. I want it to be more like, hello, there's a flower kind of thing versus, you know. See, it just blends too much. I could have it hang off like that though. Let me see which one, because this one doesn't lean that way. I could do that. I think this one probably makes more sense. All right, I'll do that one. Got mushrooms everywhere. We'll do one flower, since it is a botanical theme. Same. Okay, and then I know something needs to go right here. I don't know what. Because I already used a number. I don't have any words on here. Okay, journal. Journal can go in there. So this, it looks like I upcycled, oh gosh, was it a magazine cover? It's shiny. Another thing you can do is to make labels, use like, I just lost my train of thought. What are they? So when you are making like mixed media backgrounds, you can use those. Use a little bit of slice of that to put your labels on, so that they're not just all, you know, plain. I got enough numbers, so let's see here. Could do, I feel like another stamp wouldn't be a bad thing. Or how about that? Specimen. I wonder if they've got a verdict. Oh my gosh. After I upload this video, we will find out. So If I was 20 years younger, I would have been a forensic pathologist. I am not going back to school to be a doctor at this point. Nurse is as far as I can go. I wish I would have done that, though. I find it so fascinating. I also considered getting into the funeral world. I heard it's very hard to get into it, but I would totally enjoy taking care of the deceased. I would really, really like that. Sounds weird, but I would enjoy it. Taking care of them when they're at their vulnerable moments. Let's see. I think this is good. You know what I could do is add maybe a little bit of stamping. I haven't done that before on these snippets. It's a commitment. What is this one's gonna say? I'll just do it on the edge to see. All right, it just says officially. I just want like a little bit of stamping, not crazy. So I got this one. I bet that would look okay. Oh, I can't even see it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do my numbers. This is my favorite stamp. Well, I've got lots of favorites, but this might look cool. Oh, it's upside down. Oops. Oh well. Oh well. I almost said freaking, but I guess yeah. All right. I'm gonna do corner of this. All right, that one's good. Okay, so now that I've got a huge mess, these are pretty fun. Well, that's it, folks, for today. Thank you so much for watching my stuff. I really love making these videos. I know I'm not a professional person on camera, or my hands, I guess, but I thoroughly enjoy doing these. So I appreciate you stopping in and watching my stuff. I wish I would have started sooner, but this is where we're at. So I will see you next time. If you do love the stuff you see, please subscribe and like my videos. It really means a lot to me. Bye.